Hey guys, as you know, it's been a very long time. And this video is not just something regular that I do on the spot. This is just something to explain to you guys what has been going on. All the things that I actually kind of want to talk about, but this will be actually included in a separate video. And the moment where everything actually really changed. Almost everything for me. There were a lot of projects that came along, and this includes real-time work, this includes stuff for Twitch, this includes stuff for YouTube, this includes starting my own Discord server, having somebody create everything. A lot has happened throughout the time. When I look at my videos, my old videos, I mean, they're obviously like not that old because they're only like 6 months ago, but it's still a really big difference. I remember where I was recording in my room, the same room that we're in right now. I did not have any proper lighting. I was using the lighting actually from my actual room. I didn't really have any lighting in the background to kind of make that nice scenery where people actually, they make their videos. The big difference is, and that's something that I want to include, is that even when I look at my old videos now from 6 months ago when I didn't have proper lighting, everything was just not that great. It kind of shows that you can grow a YouTube channel without having to spend a lot of money. All you really need is to set up your audio the best way you can and to get the best proper lighting, even if it's your own room lighting. Right now I'm rocking one and another one here, which is two Elgato key lights, which are fantastic. I saved up money to buy these. I saved up money to buy a better camera. Don't worry, I'm not using a DSLR camera. That's something I really would love to, but I just don't have the money for it now. I'm using a camera that has a blur filter on it, and I think it kind of looks nice. It kind of puts you in the spotlight instead of having your background as the spotlight, which used to happen a lot in my old videos. So this video is not something, as I said before, and as I stated before, it's not something that I usually will do right away, because this is more like I want to talk about the things that have changed me and that have changed the channel. I remember starting my first video talking about the console versus desktop, and that DMCA striking was a thing nowadays on Twitch, which is something that is still going on. Trust me, DMCA has been going mental this year. And reading comments from people and reading everything together in 2020, it just seemed like everything was really off, especially for Twitch. So many people got banned, so many people had DMCA strikes. I'm already happy enough that I didn't get them. Funny enough, in 2019, I believe DMCA wasn't that big as a thing on Twitch as it is now. People used to listen to all kinds of music, including me. I was listening to all kinds of copyrighted music without any issue. And now that it's 2020, everything just really just went downhill like crazy. And the nice thing about this is that, there's a lot of people like Harris Heller. There's other people. I can't really think of the name right now. I think it's the NCS guy that makes also the copycat music. Those people will kind of make NCS music, which is non-copyright, which is amazing. It's, it's free to use on stream. For example, with Harris Heller having stream beats right now. And that's something that you can use without having to worry about getting DMCA strikes. And I think that's something really nice. You can do everything without having to have any concern about DMCA strike, because trust me, it's a real thing nowadays. But let's conclude all that. That's something that I want to talk about in a different video. This is really something, I think this will probably be like a deep talk episode, which we might do as a playlist and make them like longer in the way. This video is more about what happened in 2020 and everything that came towards it. So looking back at the video, 6 months ago, I created a video where I talked about console versus desktop. You saw the lighting wasn't great, but even then, which is funny enough, is that is one of the most easiest edited videos I've ever made, looking at all my other videos. And it's the most popular one so far. My audio wasn't great. There was a lot of mute, you had a lot of sound in the background. You had a lot of stuff going on. It wasn't too great, trust me. If I look back, I'm like, okay, we could have upped it now. Looking at me right now, I'm rocking two Elgato key lights. I'm rocking a better camera, and I got some nice scenery in the background. But it kind of shows you don't need those things. A lot of people on Twitch, they think you need a lot of stuff. And I think that is something we overlook very easily. What this means is, surely quality quality does matter. By quality, I'm not meaning you need to have the best microphone, the best camera, the best setup. No, no, trust me, not even close. What you do need is that you need to find a few things that you're passionate about. Talk about things that you are passionate about, talk about things that you enjoy talking about, because you don't want to work against yourself. That's like the worst thing you can do, starting a YouTube or a Twitch channel or anything in particular. But trying to make it as best as you can. There's a lot of free things you can do to up your quality of your microphone, like I'm doing with stream plugins like Reaper, for example. The Blue Yeti microphone is only like what, 120 bucks, and the quality is amazing. But the only problem I had in the beginning when I bought this microphone is that it picked up a lot of background noise. Anything I would tap, I would click, I would write on my keyboard, everything would be picked up, because the microphone itself is so sensitive to literally anything. And it just really was horrible. So I tried a lot of things. I tried running my microphone through FL Studio, which seemed to work, but it was a really big hassle. I used a lot of other things as well, and yes, they did work, but it wasn't as best as now. Nowadays, I use a virtual audio cable running through OBS with a Stream Reaper plugin, which makes my audio sound 10 times better. It has a noise gate that works perfectly when I'm tapping my keyboard. You barely hear it. That's all the kind of things you learn within time. And the fun thing is, I watched so many videos where people explain how to grow your channel into making your audio sound at best, making your video quality as best, and they actually make all sense. They all make sense. That's like the icebreaker here. These people tell you exactly how to grow your channel, and one big example that really inspired me to make videos on YouTube was Harris Heller. He's a really nice guy. I'm in his Discord. I know the guy for a fact. I don't know him personally, but I know he's a good guy. The guy puts a lot of effort in his content. He made stream beats for us to use, which there will be a link down in the description where you can find his music. And it's all free to use on YouTube, on Twitch, and anything you really need it for. So, getting back to the main point, what exactly happened personally to me, what happened to my channel, and what happened around everything, and that was terrible. So, first things first, I remember looking back at my channel, and my channel had about 24, 26 subscribers, right? It's not a lot, but it's, you start somewhere. And that's the positivity that you need to have in your mindset. Starting your YouTube channel takes time. It takes dedication, patience. If you don't make content like I'm doing, my content isn't as best. I'm going to be honest. I'm very, I have a lot of critique on my content, but that's fine. I try to improve myself every single day. And that's the best thing I think you can have. The only thing right now that I want to talk about is that my channel grew from 24 to 25 subscribers in a very short amount of time. I grew up to almost 300 subscribers. I think we're not even at 250, my bad. But we're getting close, and surely I am looking at the big numbers, but I'm like, it's my channel. It's my content. I'm growing as fast as I can. I'm trying my best to get there. And I think that's the most important thing. Trying your best to achieve your goal. My goal right now is to make social media in general work for me. I want to leave a footmark or a handprint on the world when I'm leaving. That sounds maybe very cliche, I get that, but I would love to be for one day in the spotlights with people who enjoy your content. And I think that's one of the most important things right now. So that's all the things for YouTube. I grew YouTube, it went really fast. I only have about 6 or 7 videos, and that already is crazy how fast it went. So let's conclude YouTube in this case. So looking back at Twitch went really fast as well. I remember I put up a goal for subscribers, and I only had about 1. Even though I have a lot of followers, I only had 1 subscriber because maybe I wasn't that great at the time. Maybe people didn't want to spend money. There's a lot of things that, can come to mind. But to conclude everything, I recently hit about 48 subscribers. you know. And I think as long as you be patient, as long as you try to improve yourself and your content and everything in general, within time, I think everybody can manage to, you know, to run, if whether it's an Instagram profile, a Twitter profile, a YouTube channel, or literally anything can be done as long as you put your mindset, your time, and literally everything that you have, if you put it towards that. I think that's the most important thing when you grow something. So to conclude, Twitch and YouTube, like we grew really fast, and I'm still growing by time. I'm trying my best to upgrade every single part of my content, which is always difficult, you know. The algorithm right now is really difficult. The fact that people stream and do YouTube because, you know, well, COVID is as shitty as it is. But everybody now that works from home, everybody that is just literally at home, everybody does Twitch, everybody does YouTube, because it's something that we have all the time for now. Even for me, I mean, I work 5 days a week from home. I'm an IT professional. I don't always have time to do, you know, streaming or to do YouTube, even though I try to. Sometimes there's days that I just don't feel like doing it because I'm pretty exhausted or tired. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to put a video on YouTube when you're not feeling at your best, or when you're actually not feeling too well or keen about, you know, doing a stream or doing a YouTube video or anything like that. That's just something I really wanted to talk about. The fact that nowadays, streaming and doing YouTube and social media in general has become such a big part of people, their lives, is just crazy to think about. And not only that, the fact that COVID as well is out here, and right now in the Netherlands where I'm from, we have a lockdown going on. And it's, you know, even though we're all sitting at home, it's not the best thing to have a lockdown. It's actually pretty shitty when you think about it. So to conclude all of this, so YouTube is going really well nowadays, you know, we're growing. That's a good thing to see. And I really enjoy actually seeing myself grow. Twitch nowadays is still something I try my best for. It's difficult to grow on Twitch. That's just something I keep in my mind. But even then, I try my best. I stream, I have a schedule. If you guys want to know, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The link is down in the description. Make sure you join it if you have any other questions to actually ask me in this case. So, right now we're working on a website. Is a website necessary? No, you don't really need a website. I just enjoy putting myself out there. When I try to find myself, you know, when I tell people, if you go to Google, you type in my name, I want people to be able to find everything that includes me, whether it's my Instagram, my Twitter, my social handles, for example, my website, my videos, anything really that comes to mind, whether it's about me. That's something I want to put out there. I think that's important, kind of like to network yourself out there, to explain to people who you are, what you do. There's a lot of things that come to mind. And it's funny to see yourself grow in some kind of way, if that makes sense. When you look at the videos you make, for example, 6 months ago, I was wearing a lot of caps. I didn't feel right about my hair. It sounds very stupid, but I think it's just because the more you do, the more you make, the better you start feeling. I think the more confident you get. And it's just funny to see that everything worked out as I was hoping for. I remember, you know, I'm 22 now, which is still a pretty young age, but I remember when I was very young, I always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I was like 12 and I wanted to do YouTube. You know, I had a lot of inspirations from people, and I was like, you know, this is something I enjoy doing and I would love to. And did I try it? Yes, I did, but I actually stopped. And I did several YouTube channels where I was like, you know, I want to try to make it work. But after a short period of time, I would just quit it because I didn't feel like it would matter or that it worked out. And I think that's something I regret doing, and that's something I learned at least from that. You know, thinking back, if I was 12 and I'm 22 now, which is 10 years, what I could have accomplished in those 10 years. Obviously, you know, school came in between. I had to do internships and work and stuff. But even then, 10 years is a lot of time. If you think back and you think back about the fact that you have 10 years to grow literally anything, whether it would have been Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at the time, YouTube or Twitch, 10 years is a lot. And you know, for a fact, I regret that I didn't put that time into the channel or anything in particular. But I did manage, to work as an IT professional nowadays. And still my goal is to eventually become a full-time content creator. That's something I will always cherish. Looking at people who do YouTube for traveling, for gaming, for, beauty vlogs and stuff like that. All those things I find interesting because I like putting myself out there. I like creating a network around several topics, which is very difficult, trust me. But I think if you start somewhere, and it doesn't matter if it's just YouTube, literally anything, I think that's the best thing to keep in mind, that you at least start. Make a start somewhere. And surely your content will be bad. Your videos will be horrendous in the beginning. But that's something we have to keep in mind. Everybody has started somewhere. And this is with building friendships. This is with having a relationship, with having a marriage, with having, starting an own company, doing YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, anything really. Everything can start in some kind of way that we don't expect it to happen. I think that's a very nice statement. You make a growth, but you have to begin. I think that's the most important thing. So to conclude this video, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, all the things that have been happening. It's like been a crazy time. And a lot of people have been asking me like, hey man, are you okay? Is everything fine? And trust me, I'm doing completely fine. I'm just so surprised and flabbergasted for the fact that everything went so quickly. I didn't really think we would be here nowadays. Me doing YouTube and stuff like that, I really still enjoy everything. For a fun fact, because of COVID, I grew out my beard. Maybe if you guys found that interesting, let me know in the comments if you guys want me to keep my beard or trim my beard or get rid of it. I'm really curious. Yeah, it was just really fun to explain kind of like the things that have been going on. And I honestly want to thank every single person here for making this work, for making it work for me, but also to help you guys from my stand of view. I'll make videos about for fun on gaming with friends, but I also make videos about how to improve yourself, how to improve Twitch content, how to improve YouTube. By no means, I am not, and I'm stating this, I am not, for now at least, a big YouTuber nor a big Twitch streamer. But I do know what it takes to actually get where you want to go. And trust me, it's a long road, but together we can do it. And I really believe in that. And if you do so the same, who knows, maybe one day we'll find each other and maybe we'll play some games, maybe we'll find each other on Twitch cons or something like a YouTube event. Who knows? It's something you think about. I think it's important just to be positive, to make sure that you keep going. I think that's the most important thing. So I'm happy that I made this video. It kind of put me out of my shell, kind of talk about the things that have happened. And I'm just really happy with everything that has been going on. So once again, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for making this work for me. I am going to be trying my best to make it work. If you have any questions, if you have anything to tell me, make sure to check my description in the video. All my socials will be there, my Twitch will be there if you have any live questions you want to ask. I just want to say a big thank you for helping me reach not only 100 subscribers, but like literally reaching almost 250. Thank you. That's from the bottom of my heart. I just want to say thank you, guys. And I hope everybody will be okay with COVID around. I'm looking forward for the vaccines, but that's something we'll have to talk about a different date. Once again, guys, thank you for this. I highly appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.